Disney making a good decision by developing an original TV show about choirs and music teachers? I'm all about it. As a music teacher myself, I always get happy when I see these kinds of careers being showcased in the popular media. I'm happy that music teachers are getting the spotlight that they so well deserve. I'm glad that music students are getting the spotlight that they so well deserve. And I'm happy that the rigmarole and the work and all the behind the scenes magic of music making is getting the spotlight it so well deserves. And I also get inspired because I'm always looking for new ways to improve upon my craft. And I feel like whenever any kind of music teacher is being showcased on film or on TV or any kind of medium that it might be, that means that they definitely deserve to be there, and that means that they are probably one of the best. And the music teacher that is showcased in this particular TV show is definitely one of the best. Or at least I'm pretty sure that he is. One of the gripes that I have about the first episode right off the bat is that they don't really dig into the background of this music teacher, Anthony White. He clearly is amazing at what he does. You know, everything that they show him doing, he was clearly born to become a choir director, but they do very little background. There's like one scene where he's looking at a photo album of when he started. He was 20 years old when he started. I don't even think I knew what day it was when I was 20 years old. So to be able to be in charge of a group of kids when you're 20 years old is incredible. And he did start off pretty humble. There was only 7 students, but they just kind of barely touched on that. At the same time, I'm not really sure if they had an option. By that, I mean when you are showcasing, I know I keep using that word, but I can't think of any other word. When you're showcasing a choir in a TV show, there are so many moving parts, literally and figuratively. You want to show the story of this student, and you want to prop up the story of this student, and you want to prop up the story of the director, and of the assistant director, and of the program director, and of the choreographer. You want everyone to get a turn in the spotlight. So it's kind of hard to zero in on just one particular person. But kind of like the documentary The Last Dance about the Chicago Bulls dynasty in the 90s, I'm hoping that they're going to take at least half an episode to kind of dive more deep, into the personal story of one particular person. So maybe in the episodes to come, they could spend maybe 20 minutes of the 45 minutes exclusively about Mr. White, and then the second half could be exclusively about one student. The first 20 minutes of episode 3 could be about, whomever. So hopefully that's the strategy they adopt. That's the strategy that I think would work best. But such as it stands, in this first episode, they're just painting with broad strokes. They're just kind of showcasing everybody and everything about this choir. The documentary just dives right in. It talks about how they were on America's Got Talent, and now they're going to Carnegie Hall. I think that is like the main narrative hook. And if I haven't mentioned it already, it follows the Detroit Youth Choir. There are 3 levels of ability, or 3 levels of challenge in this choir. There's Limelight, Center Stage, and Prime Time. And I gotta say, I appreciate how each level sounds like it stands on its own 2 feet. It's not like, beginner, medium, advanced, or anything like that, because that can really mess with kids' heads. I know it's from personal experience. When I was on the football team, when I was in 5th grade, I was on the B team, because of course I was, and there was an A team. The coaches tried to make it seem like, it's not the A and the B team. It's just we're all a team or whatever. But I mean, now that I'm a teacher myself, like, I know that the coaches were like, yes, the A team is the better players and the B team are the lesser players. So I appreciate the fact that all 3 levels of the Detroit Youth Choir they're suggestive of something to be proud about. Even if you're in Limelight as a beginner, that's pretty cool. Oh, Limelight, who doesn't want to be in the limelight? And Center Stage, and then Prime Time, and like, yes, everyone in the Detroit Youth Choir knows that Prime Time is the Mount Everest of all 3 of those levels. But at the same time, I appreciate that small detail that they don't make it so clear that because you're in Limelight, you're one of the quote-unquote weaker singers. It is a very entertaining first episode. Like I said, it kind of paints in broad strokes. At the same time, it's a fast-moving show. The editing is very fast-paced, and it definitely is trying, again, to give you a sense of what everyone's about. It's trying to give you the whole picture within 45 minutes. It seems almost like it's a little too frenetic. Like, again, I'm hoping that in future episodes it's going to slow down and focus more on some other characters. But it is a lot of fun, such as it stands. I'll be giving this one a final rating when I've finished all the episodes. But I guess as a rating, if you guys want any kind of rating, check it out. Especially if you are a music director, especially if you are some kind of musician. So, have you seen the first episode of something that Disney is doing well for once? Or I guess more specifically, something that they're doing that has some artistic integrity for once? If you have, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next cinematic adventure.